What's up, boys? It's Fashion Week up in this bitch. Today, we're ranking gym leaders and trial leaders. We're not doing Gen 8 because I haven't played Gen 8. I really need to do that. We'll get there. Okay, if you don't know what a tier list is, I just rank these things. S is really good. A is pretty good. B is good. C is less good. And F is no, bad. Okay. I don't know why it starts with Gen. This isn't in order, so. Okay, they're in better order now. They're still not in order, but they're kind of in order by Gen. For some reason, the Gen 1 are in their 3D sprites, like in Let's Go, Pikachu. Okay, Brock, I think that is. Brock, depending on what starter you choose, like a lot of gens can be easy or very hard. If you're beta and you're noob, you pick Charmander, you're gonna get slapped by him. Especially if you're Nuzlocking. If you pick Squirtle or Bulbasaur, he could be a lot easier. But he really only has a Geodude and an Onix. His team isn't great. But he can be decently hard in some situations, so therefore he's not in F. Misty is kind of the same situation. Bulbasaur would have been the better pick because you get the first two gyms basically free. Her Starmie can be a bit annoying, especially with Water Pulse and Confusion. She can be decently hard depending on what encounters you get, like in Nuzlocks and crap. LC Surge, you get digged by this by this gym, I think, in Fire Red and Leaf Green. I don't know about Gen 1. So he can be pretty easy if you get a good ground type. He's not really that hard. His team isn't that great. It's whatever. Erica, in a lot of my one Pokemon only runs, she's pretty easy. She's just grass type. Like, you can get a Growlithe in, like, the grass east of the city and then get a Firestone really easily. She's not really that hard. It's fine. Koga, I think his coughings have self-destruct, which can be pretty bad. Poisoning is also really annoying. He can definitely be a run killer if you're not careful. Um, he's probably about right there. What's her name? Serena. I've never really had trouble with her if you just have a good Shadow Ball Pokemon, which I'm pretty sure you get Shadow Ball by the time you get to her. It's easy. She's she's probably about right there. She's harder than these guys because she's higher level, but it's whatever. Blaine, the flame charges and the fire blasts can be extremely hard to bypass. Like, they do have like 85 accuracy, but if you get surf by the time you get to this gym, so you can just surf. Um, if you're not careful, he can be pretty hard. He's about right there. Giovanni, same situation. You get surf by this point, so. But his Pokemon are really bulky because they're ground and rock types. He's probably the highest one up here. Roxanne, she's actually decently hard for a first gym leader compared to a lot of rock type gym leaders. Um, there's not a lot to say about her. I think she has three Pokemon in Emerald and then two in Ruby and Sapphire. She can be pretty hard in again depending on what starter you pick. Uh, what's this guy? Brawly. Uh, Maguhita can take a couple of hits and like deal good damage. Um, if you're not careful, like a lot of these ones, especially when nuzlocking, you can get caught off guard. There's not a lot of great encounters you can get by the time you get here, to his gym at least. You can get an Abra in the cave where you find Steven and evolve it, but that's if you get the good nuzlocking encounter. Because of that, he's probably about right there. He's definitely harder than these guys because he's got bulkier Pokemon and you don't get a very good encounter by the time you get to him. Watson, the steel typing on his Magnemites are extremely annoying because steel resists 10 types out of the 18. And they can deal some pretty bulky damage if you don't have anything to counter it. He's probably a decently hard one. Okay, so Flannery, her gym's really annoying to get through. But other than that, you get some pretty good encounters by the time you get here. You get some decent ground and rock types, and maybe some water types. Who knows? She's not really that hard. Her gym's just annoying to get through. Probably right there. Your dad, what's his name? His name right now is just gonna be Richard because I forgot it. It's Norman, but he looks like a Richard. His slackings can be really annoying. Like, I think he has 2 in Emerald and just 1 in Ruby and Sapphire. Okay, so in the gym battle in Ruby and Sapphire, he has 2 slackings. In Emerald, he has 1 slacking, but 3 other Pokemon. So, depending on what... Let's see his Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire team. If I can actually find... yeah, they're basically the same. Yeah, the slackings can definitely sweep your team, especially with counter. He's probably a very hard gym leader if you don't prepare for him. Winona, I think? Winona, something along those lines. Edgy Fly Girl. Her team just use electric type or rock type moves. It's not really that hard. She's not very hard at all. Tate and Liza in Emerald are pretty difficult. You get Surf by the time you get to here, but that might not always save you because I think half their Pokemon can tank like 2 or 3 Surfs depending on what level you are. They're probably another one of those S tier, like if you're not prepared. Juan, he can be hard-ish if you don't have the proper Pokemon. Wallace is just basically the same. Gen 6 just holds your hand throughout the entire game, so a lot of these aren't going to be ranked very high. Weird Bug Girl. I haven't played Gen 6 in forever. Weird Bug Girl. Her team sucks. Rocky Climb Boy. He's actually pretty hard because Aurora Beam can take out a lot of your good encounters up to this gym. He's probably up here. I had a lot of trouble with my first encounter with him when I first played through. Skater Chick. When you first fight her in like that Stonehenge place, she has 2 Lucarias, which is actually pretty bad. Like at level 25, you don't, if you're not prepared, like a lot of gym leaders. If you're not prepared, it's gonna completely sweep you. Uh, she's actually pretty decently hard. Ramos. He's extremely easy. Clement. I don't remember this guy. Well, I do, but his team wasn't that hard. It's probably the hardest out of the C tiers, though. Olympia, I think, is her name. I don't know. She has 3 Pokemon, I think, and they're only like level 30-ish. She's probably a harder version of Serena. She's probably about right there. Edgy girl. I don't know her name. I don't remember her. I fought against her, but I just don't remember her team. Wolfric, probably one of the more forgettable gym leaders. He only has like 3 or 4 Pokemon, which is retarded because most of the Gen 6 gym leaders only have very few Pokemon. It's retarded. He wasn't hard at all. He was probably about right there because you get really good fire types. Like you're probably gonna have a Talonflame by the time you get to him, and with a cracked fire type move, it's whatever. Acerola, I actually gave up by the time I got to Acerola, so I haven't fought her. How's Grandpa? Yeah, I know he has a name. He was actually really hard, because you don't get a lot of good encounters when you get to him, and honestly, fighting type is pretty good because it's super effective against like 5 types. Yeah, he's probably on one of the harder sides. The dude who looks like a chick, but I forgot his name. He's not hard at all. He's a sweep, easy sweep. Flint, his trial. You get a good water type by the time you get here. If you look for one, if you're just running through the game, like not paying attention, he can do some stuff, but other than that, he's not really hard. Fishy Girl, Wishy-Washy School Form can do a lot of damage. Other than that, she's not that hard. Like, you can get a good grass or electric type. It's whatever. Grass Lady Who Cooks. The Fomantis or Lurantis or whatever isn't hard at all. It's extremely easy. Edgy Trial Holder. His team was also real easy. Like, dark types aren't really hard to fight. Sexy Rock Chick. Rock's actually really good against a lot of types, so she's probably one of the harder trial holders. She's probably a harder version of Hal's Grandpa. Electric Boy. Sophocles, yeah. Sophocles isn't hard either. You're just fighting a Vikavolt. It's bug and electric type. It's easy. Probably about right. Yeah, like Gen 6, Gen 7 holds your hand way too much. Why is she staring at me? It's kind of creepy. She's actually also pretty hard. I would say she's probably the hardest one out of the trial holders because she's ground type. So, yeah, if you pick Incineroar, he's dead immediately. She's probably about right there. Ice Boy, not hard at all. No, extremely easy. Bugsy, um, Fury Cutter. If it builds up enough, why did I not put these with? Why are these all jumbled up? Oh, well, yeah, just go with it. Bugsy, if Fury Cutter builds up enough, you're dead. Um, Probably go right there. Other than that, she or he looks like a chick, but it's actually a dude. Other than that, he just has a Kakuna and a Metapod, so the only real danger is Fury Cutter building up. Berg, in Black 2 and White 2 can actually be decently hard because the level cap's only like 25. Um, yeah, you can do a lot of damage to you. He's probably a harder version of Bugsy. Rourke's dad. Steel type, again, resists a lot of typings, um, so it can be decently hard. But it's pretty late in the game, so you got a lot of good encounters. You should have a decent fire type. He's probably not that hard. He's probably about right there. Other ice chick. Ice is just really easy to fight. Her Woodhammer Abomasnow can completely sweep, and then her Frostlass can actually be really dangerous. So therefore, she's probably about right there. Charon, terrible. He has a Lillipup and a Patrat. You're not losing to that thing no matter what. Chili, Cress, and Siren, I think. If they build up enough bulk ups, they can be hard. I'm just gonna rank them together because they're pretty much the same difficulty. Don't mind. Like, Chili isn't harder than Cress. It's just, they're basically the same. Bulky Boy, Fatty, he just has a Primeape and a Poliwrath. But, again, fighting type is super effective against several types. I think it's 5. I can't read right now, so yeah, 5. So and they're like level 30, high 30s, I think. He can be decently hard actually. Dragon Chick, any dragon type gym leader is really hard. Her Kingdra is extremely hard. She's probably right there. Clay is another situation where his Excadrill, if it home claws, you're dead. He's another really hard one. I know his name, Waterboy. He has a Gyarados, which can be trouble because it resists, but it's also super effective against electric type. He's probably a harder version of Misty. Other Dragon Boy with a weird beard can be hard. I'm gonna rank Iris and Dragon Boy with a weird beard together because they have the same team, I think. Dragon is hard no matter what. They're probably right there. Elisa, these two are going to be ranked the same because they have very similar teams. There are a few changes, but other than that, her Volt switches can be really annoying with her Emolgas, and if you don't have any good counters to electric and flying, you're dead. She's probably harder in Black 2 and White 2. Faulkner, you get a decent rock type by then, I think, whether it be Geodude or yeah, he's got like a level 9 as his ace in Pokemon Gold. He's terrible. Um, Ghost Chick. This took me many attempts in my Breloom run, but you don't really get anything too great up to this point, like ghost type wise. So, I mean, ghost doesn't resist like too many types, but if you don't get a good ghost type by here, she can be somewhat hard. Gardenia, um, not hard either. She's really not hard. She's probably a better version of Ramos. Um, Jasmine. Steel types. I've ranked steel types pretty high throughout this. She's probably a harder version of Watson because she has a Steelix, which is extremely bulky. Um, yeah, but her team's not too like crazy or whatever. It's just really bulky. Lenora, her Retaliate Watchog can be a run killer because you take out her Herdier and then she just sweeps with Retaliate. Yeah, if you're not prepared, she is extremely hard. Replacement for what's her these two. He's just he's probably a harder version of these two. Like water types isn't too hard to counter. Fighting Girl from Platinum and Diamond and Pearl. She didn't give me too much trouble, but I'd say she's a weaker version than Chuck, but a stronger version than Brawly. Ecritique's guy, Morty, not too hard either. Probably about right there. Price is later in the game, so you're going to be getting good fire types by here, or steel types, whatever you want. He was never really hard. Probably right there. Rourke is he's got 3 Pokemon, all are pretty bulky. Let's say right there. Poison Girl, replacing Bugsy, I think. I don't know. No, it's replacing Lenora. Uh, she's not hard either. She has 2 Pokemon. Her gym's I like the idea, but it's poorly executed. She's just not cool. Uh, you can easily take her up. This girl, you get good electric types by the time you're at her gym. You get good rock types. She's not hard, especially for a 6 gym leader. Yet she can still take out several Pokemon. Volkner, his Pokemon are decently fast. What the hell? I mean, probably just a harder version of Elisa. Because he is the last gym leader in Platinum. And finally, Whitney. If she builds up enough rollouts, kind of like Bugsy, you're dead. If her Clefairy gets a really good metronome, you're dead. I would say she's probably about right there. You're probably not going to agree with this tier list. Just go flame me in the comments, please. Thanks for watching.